There is a moment that happens in the first 4 seconds of a hug that most men never think about, but she does. Not consciously, not deliberately, but her body is already processing it before her mind catches up. Women feel first and think later. That is not a theory, that is how the brain works. The limbic system, the part responsible for emotion and instinct, registers physical sensations faster than logic does. So before she has formed a single thought about you, her body has already delivered a verdict. And that verdict is based entirely on how you held her. Most men assume a hug is just a greeting, a formality, something you do at the beginning and end of a conversation without giving it a second thought. That assumption is exactly what costs them, because to her subconscious, a hug is a 4-second preview of who you are, your stability, your confidence, your presence, your ability to make her feel safe. All of it is communicated in those few seconds through pressure, posture, breath, and intention. There are 3 types of hugs that quietly destroy attraction, and most men cycle through all 3 without realizing it. The first is the weak hug, barely there, a side lean, minimal contact, arms that hover without committing. It feels polite, but what it actually signals is fear. Not friendliness, fear. Her body reads low pressure as low confidence, and low confidence reads as uncertainty. Uncertainty is the opposite of safety, and safety is what she is always measuring for. The second is the aggressive hug. Too tight, too long, hands moving when they should be still. This one does not signal weakness. It signals something worse. Disrespect. A lack of awareness about her comfort. It communicates that your needs matter more than hers in that moment, and that is a feeling she will not forget. The third is the ghost hug. This is the most common and the most damaging. Your arms are around her, but you are not there. You are thinking about what to say next, worried about how you seem, already somewhere else mentally. She feels it immediately. Presence is physical. Tension in your body, shallow breathing, a distracted grip. These things transfer through touch, and what she receives is a signal of anxiety and disconnection. She cannot explain it, but she feels it, and she pulls back. Now here is what changes everything. When you approach, you do not hesitate. You move with calm intention, no pause, no awkward half-step. You plant your feet. Your stance is stable, because physical stability and emotional stability feel identical to her nervous system. One hand goes between her shoulder blades, the other rests on her lower back. You make contact chest to chest, firm enough to be real, gentle enough to be safe. Then you breathe. One slow, deliberate breath. Relaxation is contagious through touch, and when your body releases tension, hers follows. You give it 2 to 4 seconds. Present, grounded, fully there, and then you end it. You release first, not abruptly, but with intention. Your hands slide gently down her arms as you step back. You hold eye contact, calm and direct, with a slow, easy smile. That last part matters more than most men realize. The person who ends the hug holds the social frame. It communicates self-control, non-neediness, and quiet confidence. It says you are not holding on, and that counterintuitively makes her want to hold on. Every single hug you give is a micro preview of your character. How you handle small moments tells her everything about how you handle bigger ones. Do you lead or hesitate? Are you present or distracted? Do you take up space with confidence or shrink from it with apology? She is not consciously running through a checklist. Her body is doing it automatically, and she will feel the result as either comfort and draw or discomfort and distance. The men who understand this do not walk into rooms trying to be impressive. They walk in being present. They do not perform confidence. They carry it quietly in the way they stand, the way they breathe, the way they hold someone for 4 seconds and make that person feel, for just a moment, completely safe. That is not a trick. That is not a technique. It is awareness, and the decision to show up fully in the small moments most men overlook. If this gave you something to think about, subscribe to this channel. There is more where this came from.